Uber for Moses. Uber for Moses.
Yeah, just a second.
Where to this time? Come on.
Let me tell you, anywhere but here. I am sick of the sand. I am sick of the manna. And I am especially sick of the always wondering, always hoping and never finding. Are we there yet, Moses? No. Can we go back to Egypt, Moses? No. Can we please get water out of this rock, Moses? No. No, we cannot get water out of the rocks. What do these crazy people expect? Water coming out of the wilderness? Do you know what I think about all this?
No. I think that.
Well, let me tell you what I think. I have had it up to here with God's people. God's people aren't special people at all. You would think, seeing as how God knows everything, you would think God's people would be special, but no. As it turns out, they're just normal, ordinary people. And when you sign up to lead God's people, well, hey, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! They're just the ordinary, stupid people you find anywhere. Turns out, if you take the time to read the fine print, if you take the time to read it, well, actually, all God's people are God's people, huh? Think of that? Well, let me tell you, I'm done. I am out! If God really cares about his people, well, let him come down here and try to lead them himself. Let me tell you, it's not as easy as you think. Let me warn you about that.
Tough week.
Tough week. Tough week. Let me tell you, it's been a tough 40 years in the desert. Made even tougher by a God who prepare yours truly for 40 years in the desert. Puts me in another desert for another 40 years. You want to know what that all adds up to?
Well, it'd be about 80.
Well, let me tell you, it adds up to a bunch of craziness, a lot of ridiculousness, and then on top of everything else, let me tell you, there's more. All God's people do is complain. Complain. Moses, there's too many commandments. There's only 10, one for each finger, and you count to 10. Moses, can we have a neighbor's wife? No. Moses, can we have other gods? No. I tell you, I think it's God who needs other peoples. Complain, complain, complain.
Yeah, it must be tough to be around people who complain all the time.
Yeah. You don't know the half of it. You weren't ever a leader of God's people. That was never your job.
It's Job.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Job. My name is Job.
Yeah. Okay. If it's Job, then there should be an E after the B to make the O a hard O. Or, at very least, give us an umlaut or something. I mean, if you heard of an umlaut, come on.
It's Job. Naming me ain't your job.
Oh, okay, you proved your point. Good job.
It's a good name because Job's job is to be sort of an archetypical archetype.
An arca what?
I'm an archetype. We both are, really. It's not that we aren't real people or don't have real problems or complicated realities to do one day at a time. But even so, while we do that, God has a plan to use us to help a future people. A people who are not yet born. Get it? To better understand who God is. It's about God and how to be who God made us to be. The stories of our lives become a vehicle. They become a vehicle to express the story of God's forever love for all people.
Oh, hey, keep your archetypical eyes on the archetypical road. I apology every once in a while, but I don't think you know what it's like to be a real person in a real place in a real time. Who we can't look ahead, we can't see some nice future vehicular understanding over here. All I have is a handful of rules from God.
But I thought you said there were 10.
Okay, all I have is 2 handfuls of rules from God and a few glimpses, okay, of his backside, of course. Go figure, only his backside, I don't know. All God ever seems to say to me is A, wait, and B, hope, and C. See? Well, I don't see how I can A, wait, and B, hope, and C forever. For how long? Until swords bend themselves into plowshares? Until spears turn themselves into pruning hooks over here? I mean, come on. How long? How long until you show yourself, oh Lord?
Excuse me. The sea pot, the sea pots, the pillar of fire, the cloud of fire, food from heaven every day except Sunday. And Saturday you've been able to get a double harvest. It seems to me that God's people are being spoon-fed in your time. Like a bunch of babies. Grow up and trust the signs. The signs that you've been given. You think you had it bad. Back in my day, God made a deal with Satan. Just to show that I was faithful. That I trusted him. I lost everything. I didn't even have one handful of rules. I didn't have anything to complain about. I didn't have people to complain about, really. I had nothing. Just sitting there in the ash heap, scraping my own ooze and sores with the only thing I didn't lose in the fire. A potsherd. Curse God and die, my wife says. Curse God and die! Some wife. And then my friends. You must have done something wrong. Some friends. I waited and I hoped it. And why? Let me tell you. Because in those dark nights of the soul, sometimes hope and a little potsherd is the only thing left to hold on to. All right, here you are.
Well, where exactly is here?
Well, it took you back to where you were. You don't need to change location, you need to change the perspective.
Okay, thanks, Job. You gonna pick me up again next week?
Hey, what will you do with that thing?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good job if I can get it. I'll pick you up next week.
Same time?
Same time.
All right. Thanks for that. Hey, Joshua, your ride is here. Get over here. Thanks, Joe.
Later, Mo.
God's people. So frustrating. They don't trust God. They don't have faith. The God, he's bigger than the Canaanites and their walled cities. If only. It's exhausting. If only they could be strong and courageous.
You think your friends are difficult? All my friends ever told me was, you just were sitting there waiting and hoping. And on a heap of ashes, right? And only scraping my own ooze and sores with this potsherd. I held on to hope in the dark night of the soul.
Like you held onto that potsherd?
Yeah, like I held on to the potsherd. Hey kid, you got it right. It's about being strong and courageous. And you said it well. That's right. Keep that. I'd say be strong and be very courageous.